Hi, my name is Nairi. This is an adoption support channel for everybody who's either thinking of adopting, going through the process, or you already have children. And there's something on there for everybody. I have 2 adopted sons myself, 5 birth children. Today, we're going to talk about defiance and the refusal to do what you ask, always saying no. So I'm going to share my experiences with my sons because I know it's going to mean more to you if you hear my stories and how I'm kind of still processing things when they're 10 and 11 years old. And some of the reasons why I think children say no and they are defiant to us. So the first reason is that they just find it too hard to do. They're not processing it. You've asked them to do something and they think it's going to be too hard to do that. That would be the first reason. The second reason is they don't want to do it and they don't think that you are going to follow through with your boundaries. So they'll say no or they'll be defiant and they think you're going to give in so then they can get their own way. And I think the third reason is just a lack of respect for adults. Adults have not been their trusted people in the past. They've not necessarily believed that adults can help and support them. And so when you ask them to do something, they don't necessarily think it's necessary and they don't think they need to do it. Now, it's something that I really struggle with myself because I've got one child who says no all the time or doesn't listen or doesn't do what we say. But this is just some of the things that I think have been helpful for me. So I think it's really helpful to give really, really clear instructions. And I think it's also really helpful not to give choices. Sometimes I won't give any choices, or if I'm going to give choices to my son, I'll just give him 2 things to choose from so that he can't then manipulate his way out of that. 2 choices is definitely enough, and really clear instructions where like you're getting the eye contact, I just think is just really important so that you know they've heard what you've said and you know that you've given them a reasonable, simple choice to make. And then, of course, there needs to be clear consequences. Sometimes my husband and I struggle with this because one of us might say, if you don't do this, then this will happen. But then the other one doesn't know that we've said that. So that can be difficult, but clear consequences. So like if you go upstairs and slam the door on me because I've asked you to do this, then you're not going to have telly time, or whatever it is you choose would be a sensible consequence. Nothing too much, but just simple for them to process. Hopefully they do some things for you sometimes and it's not like always negative. So in that situation, clear praise. So I know that my sons really do like this when you praise them. So you might say, okay, that was really good. I asked you to go and put that away in your drawer. You did that. And so well done, that was brilliant. And I think because of that, you should have an extra whatever. So clear praise as well. I think the thing is with children, adopted children, or even foster children, they do take some time to process things. They do have issues around trust and they have issues around self-worth. So if you can always be consistent with the boundaries and always be consistent with the praise, then you will win more than you will lose. But the other thing to say about it is, and this is for myself included, is it's important to pick your battles. So I know that I am better with one of my sons than the other one, and my husband is better with one than the other one. And the reason for that is because one of my sons knows the buttons to push. And sometimes I feel like it's much better to try and ignore 90% of it. And then I might get the 10% that I want out of him. And that's really hard when you can hear it going on in the background. But I think this is when my husband's more skilled because he will learn to ignore some of those buttons that are being pressed and some of those triggers. And so that's just another little bit of a tip and advice for you. But you're not alone if you've got a defiant child. So have I, and it is really, really tough. I feel for you, but hopefully knowing you're not alone, and I hope this video has helped you. So if it has, please take time to subscribe, check out my channel, and I'll see you on another video.